King in Black. We only got 2 left, and this is a good way to close out the show, kind of. We are starting off with the Venom tie-in to King in Black, number 34. Last we left off here, Venom was inside of the Hive universe of the symbiotes, trying to get back into our world. But Null found out that he was hiding in there, so he was like, fuck out of here. I'm capturing you. And yeah, he's just holding Eddie Brock over a cliff right now. Eddie Brock delivers a sweet elbow right to the chops. But, you know, it doesn't really affect Null. Null just drops him, but as he's like monologuing, we see little symbiotes start to crawl onto Eddie as he lets him go. And as Eddie falls again from a heightened space, you see the symbiote take him over, and it starts to call out to him. It's like, Eddie, are you there? It's me, Venom. I'm back with you. Venom. It's me. We're best buddies. Yeah. So, yeah, the Venom symbiote finds its way back to Eddie, which is, I guess, kind of adorable in a way. It's like, best friends forever.
We don't quit.
We don't quit.
And all that other stuff.
Oh, yeah. This part got a little confusing to me because Venom seems to just, like, appear back into the regular world as a giant Venom for a hot second.
I can explain. Kind of.
Go for it.
I can give my theory. I think that's not... It's just Venom the symbiote with Eddie's consciousness via the Hive.
Okay. That makes sense.
Just a transplant, and that's just literally the symbiote with like a husk. Kind of like, Iron Man without a suit.
I see. Stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, he's just storming around they're all trying to get to... Well, this is why it's also confusing, because what's his face? Flash leaves with him, and he's like, "Where's my consciousness?" He's like, "I can't really do anything because I don't have my physical form." And Venom tells him to go off to his grave, essentially.
It's so weird. That doesn't make sense. Then
that's what I'm saying. I got a little confused in that way, where I'm like, "What is the deal?" You know. I don't get it either. But in any case, Flash fucks off for a while. Flash, who is now a anti-Venom dragon, pretty cool, fucks off to wherever he's going. And as Venom is closing in on Null, it looks like all of a sudden the God of Light just pierces through Venom. And yeah, I think it's kind of weird because like now he's falling and Venom starts to leave his body. It's a little weird and confusing, but we cut back to what looks like the real world, where we last left off in King in Black, where Reed Richards was holding the Enigma Force, also known as Captain Universe, and it just takes over Eddie's body, giving him the Captain Universe powers. And this issue in particular ends with the dragon, the anti-Venom dragon of Eddie Brock, crash landing into a graveyard, into Arlington Memorial, Arlington National Cemetery, where Flash Thompson was put to rest, and this somehow makes him be resurrected. So Flash Thompson is back.
Is that what's happening? For sure.
I think so.
Nice try. I like
that. I mean, I guess no comic book character stays dead forever to a degree.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. I like Flash Thompson.
I wasn't freaked out for him to return, but
I was happy to see him in the context of this story and have him be this kind of like ghost that helps out Venom. And although I'm not like disappointed to see him alive again, I'm also like, what's the point of death in these stories anymore? Nobody dies, really. Especially literally on Krakoa, where nobody dies.
Yeah. Well, that at least they let us know that, don't worry, our stories aren't really about.
Yeah.
It'll be all about not dying. Well, about the risk of dying. Sure.
Well, at the moment, I guess we can't say everybody comes back because we now cut over to King in Black number 5 as we get the fucking end of this story already. And it's not that this story is very long. It's just like it took so long to get here for whatever reason. They really spaced this out. But we cut out to
this cover looks so wild.
It is a cool cover. The art, of course, Ryan Stegman crushes King in Black. It starts off with Silver Surfer approaching Null and is like, square up. He turns his board into a sword. A board sword, if you will. A long one, too. He's just like, it just continues to elongate, and it's like Sephiroth's blade, essentially, but long. I just didn't notice that up top. Null isn't scared at all. He's just like, whatever, bro. I'll take you on. The rest of the Avengers pull up with some X-Men, and, they're all about to mob him. But, nothing really comes of that because Venom pulls up immediately in his Venom Captain Universe crossover form, which is kind of cool. You see the stars.
Pretty fire.
Yeah, you see the stars on Venom like you do in Captain Universe's costume. It's pretty lit. I like this design. Captain Universe's design in general has always been really cool. It's even cooler on Venom. It gets one of these because it's metal. There's a lot more where that comes from, though. So get this. As Captain Universe Venom, he gets there and he immediately just yanks fucking Silver Surfer's sword board, and then he yanks Mjolnir, and then he fuses them. Yeah, he summons them basically, and then he fuses them together to make this dope Venom symbol shaped axe. And he's like, and the rest of this issue, is this what the ass beating of the week is, Josh?
Oh my God. When I tell you, you want to talk about solo leveling? Bro, this nigga Venom powers up and smokes this nigga. Spoilers. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I mean,
that's exactly what happens.
The rest of this issue is basically Venom raffle stomping fucking Null like almost nothing with this axe.
Yeah, we call that easy money GG.
Yeah, for real. It's easy money GG for him.
He's just smacking him around with his Megaton hammer, and then checks him for talking shit about his son. You know what? I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Yeah, not only that, Null tries to summon the Celestial that he has, but Venom's like, oh god, all right. He just jumps up from under the sewer and then just chops off the Celestial's head casually. And then he comes right back over to Null. Like, you thought I forgot? And then he just drives his axe right through his chest. And I guess just cuts the symbiote off of Null, leaving Null in his dirty loincloth that he was probably wearing for like 3 billion years.
Which is weird as hell, because I thought he just was the darkness, period. I didn't think... I guess he did. He said he crafted it, yeah? He did create it.
He said, this is mine now. And then he just drops Null like he did like Null dropped him in the first issue. Poetic justice. So
he hits the floor dumb hard.
Yeah, it goes boom.
And he's not super durable, I guess. So
I mean, not in this form when he's all skin and bones. So as he's going down, Venom's like, "Get up, bitch! We're not done."
Get up.
It's pretty great.
He's being he is having his way.
Dude, he took it personal, man, because he's like, "You want to talk about my son?" Right?
He said, "Yeah, let's go have a talk."
Yeah,
he just brought him into space.
Yeah, he carries Null into space, and Null's still talking shit. He's like, "You will never break free of me. That void, it's eternal. The darkness has teeth, child." So just for funsies, like, Venom just burns his face off as he's talking shit.
Yeah.
He's like, his hot breath.
He's like, I have teeth too.
I don't know. He's like, I have teeth too. Ah!
Yeah, he's out his face. Hold that real quick. Then just for extra torture.
No, didn't even know it was coming. No one's really like, ow! shit. Oh my god. That's my favorite part of this entire issue is just Null going like, ah! Ah!
His tongue is out and he's screaming. Yeah, I guess it is cathartic.
For no reason, he didn't even have to do that. So Venom just carries this motherfucker into this fucking sun and burns him alive. And Venom's like, this is for Dylan. And I guess Null just disintegrates. As after that, that's when the Enigma Force starts to talk to him. Where he's like, Edward, do you feel it? You've done it. They are singing to you, Edward. Null, he is gone. His hive, they are free. And all the weird Null fucking beings start to melt off of people. And it turns out a lot of them were vampires. And Blade just pulls up and his work's not done, so he just starts to attack the vampires where they stand. And they all just mob him, so I'm like, this is random. It's like, you couldn't let it go for one day, bro. But unfortunately, the hive thing, the big shell around Earth starts to disintegrate, letting in the sunshine, and ends up killing all these vampires at the same time. Which is cool. I guess that worked out for the best. But yeah, Silver Surfer and Thor are standing around the axe, and they just like, might as well give it a shot.
Yeah.
Bored to me. And Thor says, Mjolnir. And the axe falls apart and turns back into Mjolnir and the surfboard that Silver Surfer uses. And it's like, whoa. All right, that was weird. I guess this is over. And Silver Surfer's like, yes, but I do not think things will ever be the same. And yeah, it's not necessarily over yet because Eddie notices that like Dylan is like weeping in the corner in pain, just like, fuck, this hurts. And Eddie knows what to do, basically. He's like, Null is still inside you. I had to get rid of that little piece inside you that is still Null. And so he goes, kablam! And just reaches into Dylan's very soul. And he pulls out the little bit of symbiote within Dylan, freeing him from the symbiote once and for all. And after that happens, the Captain Universe powers start to melt off of him. And it starts to explain that, like, you've done well, Edward, but I must leave you. You do not need the light to protect you. Not anymore. You have a new role now.
I mean, what if another major threat comes?
Well, this is why, is that, like, now Eddie doesn't necessarily need Captain Universe because he is something else, something new that we'll explain. As Eddie is like, we're okay, we're fine. And the Venom symbiote starts to take over, like, just starts to envelop his body again. And he says, stay here, I'll be right back. And he just flies up to the top of this building as the Venom symbiote starts to explain to him what he is now. And he says, they are speaking to you in our ancient tongue because you defeated the Void. You freed our kind. You are the hive mind now, Eddie. You are the King in Black. And now Eddie is basically Null. Like the new Null. Which is pretty cool. I don't know where Venom's going to go from here, but that was essentially King in Black. The next issue is actually the 200th overall issue of Venom. So I guess this run's not over yet. I'm very fascinated to see what comes of this. Now that Eddie's basically a god. What are your thoughts, Josh?
I mean, you said it, right? What the hell is there to do next? I mean, the cover looked pretty interesting. And I guess he's going to have a little bit of fun with his godlike abilities. But they have to get a little bit more in depth. I'm pretty sure it's not one-to-one. He's not like the void, the god of the void. You feel me? Like where
he is. He's
gonna live. We'll see. I'm interested to see that extent, but I'm proud of Eddie, man. I'm happy he's a 100% dedicated good guy. And if an author decides to make Eddie Brock a petty villain again, I'm gonna find that person and have more than words for them.
You're gonna combat them? So you are the new King in Black?
I'm not saying anything like that that's going to incriminate me if anything happens. So I'm just going to say more than words.
That's fair. Yeah, I think this event, much like Absolute Carnage, it's just a lot of fun to read in general. I don't know, like Absolute Carnage. I don't know how necessary these tie-ins are. You know, like you could pretty much probably read the whole Venom series and the Venom tie-in and the King in Black main story overall and still get the picture of the story. And I don't know where this arc is going from here. I don't know how much is actually left in Donny Cates' version of the run of the Venom story, but I don't know. It's been a good ride so far. Overall, probably one of the best runs of Venom probably ever. I don't know. It's very good.
At least of a just solo Venom series, right?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
That's for sure.
One of the best overall, I guess, Venom stories. And probably like the only one I've actually consistently read. Like this is probably my first Venom run that I read as it was coming out. So, you know, that's a pretty good start, in all honesty. Highly recommend. Check it out. And it's all kind of one continuous story. It doesn't really deviate too much. There's not a lot of vital tie-ins to things. You could pretty much read it all straight through. It's a very
shit, and ended up doing something that made all the other series have a tie-in, if anything. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And
although I'd love to see a Venom and X-Men crossover. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Maybe that's coming down the line. I don't know. But yeah, a great redemption story for the character of Eddie Brock. It's a great character development thing. I like it when like runs have one consistent writer all the way through.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know where you go from here, so I think the end is near for Donny Cates and Venom, but I'm not sure. I didn't really look that up. But yeah, that's all I really got to say about Venom and King in Black as a whole. Fun event, fun story. The art is fantastic. Like if you're gonna pick it up just like for the art as well.